so I don't always capture it, but it looks like I should have this time because Reimu is so strong that she kills it in like 10 seconds. So there you go, that is a fairly good stage. And this last attack is once again memorization. It's basically streaming, but yeah, it's usually not too hard, but with the fast movement speed of Reimu, it can be tricky, although she kills it very, very quickly, so whatever, you know, it's a mismatch thing. So anyway, on to stage 4. This one you really do need to have a fair bit of memo for, because although it's not an inherently difficult stage 4, once you've learned it, it is a pretty difficult stage 4 to learn, and that was a really terrible idea. What am I doing? I'm just gonna bomb. I could have easily made it through that, I think, but that was a really, really bad idea, and I shouldn't have tried to do that. I usually get the POC with that there, but again, I usually play Marissa, so Marissa's fast enough to get the POC there. Sakuya is the same movement speed as Reimu, so not quite so quick. So why am I doing it this way around? I usually go ahead and do that from the left-hand side. I apparently forget my own strategies for this, which is not what you want to do in the middle of an LP. But yeah, if you go to the left during the multi-wave ones, then you actually don't have to bomb at all, and it's really nice. So here, this is a classic example of what I mean by needing to learn this stage, and needing to remember this stage. It's not that hard, but especially not that hard when you're using somebody as good as Reimu here. But you know what, it's okay. I can still perfectly survive with these items here. That could have killed me, actually. I can still perfectly survive with these sort of resources. And yes, 2,992 grades, that's really weird. Anyway, we fight against Reimu once again, because I hate fighting against Marissa, so I'm not using the border team. Yay! Reimu, kind of a weird stage 4 boss. She's not inherently too difficult, especially not with Reimu. Reimu is exceptional against Reimu, and I believe that is wholly intentional because of the fact that Reimu is out for revenge at this point. So yeah, she is naturally going to be very strong against Reimu here, I think. That's pretty much what, you know, the intent of the game is. So yeah, much easier fight than with Marissa, because Reimu just plants the options down and it works. So this attack should end very, very quickly because Reimu doesn't move. And there you go, that's just how fast that goes. This attack is not too great because it is random and she moves randomly, and sometimes she doesn't stay in an area that you can possibly hit her in. Sometimes she warps over the other side of the screen, as she's kind of trying to do at the moment. And that's really annoying. And this is one of the few attacks, actually. This and, well, maybe just Reimu's attacks in general, where she doesn't actually follow you across the screen specifically. Not all the time, anyway. Anyway, Fader! It's a very random attack. It's inherently not the hardest attack out there, but it is very fast, so it is very possible for that to happen. So I'm not too bothered about failing this at the moment, although it is well within my ability level to actually get it, so I guess it's kind of annoying, but it's not the end of the world. So then we get to the second half of the stage, which is very similar to the first half, I will say. Start along that side there, try and kill the dudes. You would like to get back across, but really it's not too big a deal so long as you stream this and stream it well. So yeah, not too big a deal if you can't get back there. And then just go across with this. It's really actually very nice with this particular shot type. One of the bombs went off screen there, that's unfortunate, but whatever. I can survive with 2 bombs, I'm fairly sure of that. Anyway, second half of the Reimu fight is not as bad as the first half in terms of inherent randomness, so that's good. This attack is just make sure you're on the right side to begin it and it's fine. Even if you're not on the right side, it is still very doable. Now we get to the attack, one of the attacks that Remy breaks the most, actually. Demon Binding Ring can get done in just 2 cycles with Reimu. It's insane. It's also kind of one of my favourite cards of this game, actually, believe it or not. It's such a good, like, dodging card, to be honest. But Marissa has to go through like 3 cycles there, so it takes a lot longer. Be careful with this one because you will want to do unfocused movement to get to the other side of the screen, but you've got to remember that these yin-yangs are fatal, and Sakuya doesn't kill stuff as quickly. There you go, that is a classic example of it right there. So not doing amazingly at the moment, but doing good enough, I guess. So anyway, this attack is a lot of fun, but it can sort of painfully wall you if you're not careful. The bullets aim twice, and they do go quite far towards you on the first aim before they start moving slowly, so do try and do 2-dimensional streaming with this, because 1D streaming is really hard to get it right with. And that's pretty much how it should go. That is a fairly nice capture of it. You've got to do some tricky stuff with a restreaming thing, but it's fine, we got it. And then the last attack, which I embarrassingly failed at the very first thing of it yesterday because I went into the corner thing. It's another one of her border-based manipulation stuff. It's kind of a cute attack in a way because of the way this works, but it gets pretty hellish when she starts adding the random circles to it too. So yeah, just watch, because they obviously will rebound over the other side of the thing too. They can be difficult to see in amongst all the arrows at the top, you know, when you're going that side. Top side, you know, in the inside of the square. It's pretty difficult to do sometimes. And wait, you know what else is difficult to do? Friggin' this card. This card is evil. Watch where she is at this point, because you need to zip across and... oh my god, that is a lot of things there. Yeah, I wasn't getting through that one. That was a lot of amulets in that short sort of area there. You can't damage that card until there is only 30 seconds left on the clock. So it's a tough card. It's difficult to damage her in the first place, simply because she just kind of never sits still, once again. Anywho, Stage 5. Stage 5 is not overly good for this team in terms of the stage part, because Sakuya is very terrible at this stage. The thing is, a lot of the fairies here have a little bit too much life for Sakuya to beat. So you need to rely on Remelia a lot in this stage, because like these guys you can't kill with Sakuya. And it's very, very difficult to sort of get stuff going with this here. So make sure you are using Remelia for the most part here. I mean, obviously it helps to be focused anyway, but you especially want to be using Remelia for the fact that she actually kills stuff. Also take advantage of the fact that familiars, when they are destroyed, will actually kill bullets as well. That was unfortunate. Yeah. When you actually do kill a thing, you do get to destroy some of the bullets which are involved, so that's the big gimmick on this stage, is that you need to do that a lot. Because stuff like that can happen. So yeah. That's the first half done, not too bad. Now we get to the monstrosity known as Tewi, and oh my god, these are ridiculous non-spells. I really just don't like them. I am absolutely terrible at trying to deal with these attacks. The first one much more so than the second one. Usually the second one is okay, but I can't do this first one. It's impossible for me. I did it yesterday, like by luck, pretty much. The second one is okay so long as you are actively moving up through these waves. It's usually doable, or to the side, but apparently that managed to hit me somehow. So yeah, losing 2 lives at Tewi, that's really terrible. Oh well, it's still not impossible to win from here. Clearly not impossible, otherwise we probably wouldn't still be doing this, but yeah, all of this stuff is aimed, so stream it, pretty much. It's a little bit close there though. Wow, I actually death-bombed that? I'm pretty sure I bombed in advance, but okay. This is just how Stage 5 can go sometimes with this team, because they really just aren't good with this stage. It's disappointing because they're so good at like everything else, but this one stage can really bring them down. Because you see, whilst the options from Remelia are awesome, they are very linear. And that doesn't help when her shots are also exceptionally narrow. Whereas Sakuya doesn't have enough power to kill anything. So It's a bit of a difficult situation either way. Anyway, luckily Raisin is not a difficult stage 5 boss. I don't think I've ever actually managed a perfect on her though, because I always get killed by Mind Stopper or second non-spell when I'm not using Marissa. Once again, Marissa does very good at most of the attacks in this fight because she kills familiars and stuff. This is not one of them though. This is Remelia and Yukari fodder, and I guess Yuuko's pretty good at this one too, but don't think that the Magic team is going to get this done very quickly, because they aren't. The same strategy does work, and unlike hard, whilst it's possible to do it in the center, it's very, very difficult to do it in the center, so good luck if you're going to do that. Anyway, this attack is pretty dense, but not too bad. The only reason this one will kill me on occasions is because I move too fast. Because, you know, Remelia's focus speed is pretty fast. Then we get to Illusion Seeker, which is funny with Marissa because she kills some of the familiars in this, and she actually reduces the density, but it's not necessary. This attack is not too hard. It looks it, but it's really not bad. You just have to move upwards into the gaps and stream down with it at all points. I've done some pretty ridiculous stuff on this attack at times, and that's... yeah, it's just nice. Don't POC here because these guys are aiming at you, so if you do POC then you might well get fanned on the way down, because if you're too high up the screen then they'll just shoot in a fan formation. Otherwise this non-spell's really easy, so don't worry about that. Finally, Mind Stopper. This attack is difficult, really difficult. What you want to do with this is you want to push your way up as quick as you can during each wave. Try and get as close to the center again as you can, so that you can just misdirect all of this aim stuff. Because if it's all aiming at the bottom of the screen here, then it gets very difficult to get through. But we managed it, so that's pretty good. And now, finally, what should be the easiest card, although I did fail it yesterday, so I can't really say that at the moment, Invisible Full Moon. It makes everything completely invisible at a point, and then you just have to move upwards for it. So it's basically the similar sort of up and down thing that Illusion Seeker gives you, but instead of being crisscross grid stuff, it's just a really easy set of circles instead. So there we go! Finally, the bonus card, which I am utterly terrible at. Good luck with this one! Telemesmerism is really, really hard to do because there's just lots of different speed bullets going all over the place, and even though it doesn't last that long, it's tricky to do. It really is. 6,006 greys. That is pretty ironic right there. That was indeed, until Telemesmerism, that was indeed a perfect Raisin. And no, we are not going to fight Eren, because screw Eren. Screw Eren so much. Yes. Yep, that is pretty much how it goes, you know. So, yeah, on to the final stage. I am going to get one more extra life during this. Start with the options on that right-hand side. It makes it so much better. It's much more difficult to do this with the other characters, but with Remelia's options killing that fairy on the other side, it is very simple. So there you go, that's how you do it. This bit, however, is a little bit luck-driven because depending on where these fairies end up spawning, like they're all the way over the other side of the screen at the moment, so I don't have an effective way of killing these, which means that I'm just going to have to sort of kill them as the next wave comes up, and that is not cool. These ones, it's a fair bit easier because they're set up like that, so I can just do that instead, that's fine. It's really unfortunate that this bit is just luck-based because it just sours it a little bit, where everything else in this game, well, some of the rest of it is, yeah, some of it's fairly random, like Reimu, I guess, but this is not something which is good random, if you like. I don't know, like, I just really don't like it. Anyway, Eren, once again, not once again because she hasn't showed up yet, but still, Eren is really, really annoying, and this non-spell can go die in a fire. I've just about worked out how to do it at this point, but it's still really, really hard, so yeah, that's pretty much it. There's a couple of bullets that you really want to be in the middle of, and I think I managed to get it there, but I can't really describe how I do it. I just kind of do it, you know? It's not one of those things that's easy to picture. But there we go, that is a perfect Eren fight. That is all that we need to see of Eren here. Okay, we have 5 spare lives and 5 bombs, a little bit less than we started against Remilia, but I think that that will be perfectly fine, because I actually tend to do a little bit better against Kaguya than Remilia, just because. Also, the fact if I have more bombs at the moment helps. But anyway, you might think that this attack looks a little bit like a certain one that we just had in the last LP, which you might well think so. It is actually a similar looking attack to Sakuya's first non-spell, which is kind of ironic. Also, that was a really loud motorbike going past her. This attack somehow killed me on the opening wave. That stuff is aimed at you, so there's no way that should have killed me. But okay, whatever. It's not an overly hard attack with this shot type, so long as you stay in that corner, but apparently, even though if you stay still, you're supposed to be safe from those there, it managed to hit me anyway, so that's too bad. I always seem to have a really terrible stage 6 fight at the end of runs, and I always seem to get a really weird voice crack at the worst points though. But yeah, I seem to have a terrible stage 6 run whenever I do like an actual proper full game run, but oh well. Buddhist Diamond, not actually the hardest card when you are using this shot type, but it is still very easy to get walled by it. As you can see, my record is nowhere near perfect against this. It's basically just read and dodge stuff, and yeah, depending on how good your reading and dodging is how well you will do this attack. Apparently not good enough to do it there, so too bad. We failed everything like that. Okay, let's try and not fail this one as well then. Third non-spell shouldn't be difficult, but it sometimes is, because it sometimes just looks like it walls you. It's trust your hitbox type of attack, because there's a lot of big bullets going around, and I will say the little pill-like things are aimed at you, so use that to your advantage as well. Salamander Shield. I hate this attack when I'm not using Marissa, because I find that if you can't kill both sides of the familiars during this, then it gets kind of weird when restreaming it. And I'm not very good at it when restreaming it, because sometimes I get to a bit unlucky with it, and it sort of just, it walls me with one of the things when I'm trying to, one of the red, like, needle laser things, when I'm trying to go back across, and it's not good. Time it so that the laser isn't actually going to be spawning as you're restreaming it though, because that would suck. There we go. Third, final. It's not the third one, it is the final non-spell. It's not overly hard. Stay relatively low down the screen so that you've got more time to react to the blue bullets, because the blue pellet, like pellet bubble pill things, yeah, they're a combination of like everything here. Those things kind of can trap you if you, yeah, because they change direction quite quickly, so yeah, and the red ones from below are pretty slow. Anyway, Lifespring Infinity, I still don't really have much of a strategy for this one, but you've got to kind of try and just damage rush this, I think, because it is really hard to do otherwise. Be careful of the laser spawning times, because that's the main difficulty with that attack, because whilst they take forever to spawn in the first place, the laser lingers for a long time, so make sure you don't move before they disappear. And then finally we get to Horaijou, which is not that hard with this shot type if you are careful. There is an audio cue that you want to restream this with, and I will be staying quiet during this one to show it. So right here. Go as far across as you can, and if you have a look, that is the sort of ideal wave that you want to go into. If you like the way that these diamonds open up, you want to be at the base of a diamond if you can, because then you get the most time to dodge stuff to restream it. That was closer than it needed to be, but I'll take it, because that is a capture of Horaijou at the end of a fight. I have all of my lives left at the end of this. That is cool. That is really cool. I like that. So, let us do these final spells and fail at them epically, because I am not very good at them at all. Whatever, I do not care. This one should be simple up and down streamy motion stuff, and I actually started it in the wrong time there, but it's okay because I think I rescued it. There we go. Yes. There we go. First one done. Second one is dense crisscross stuff, which is not too bad. I actually find this one a lot easier than I used to, but I don't get it all the time because I do still run into it like that. So it's not perfect, but it is definitely easier than it used to be for me. I guess I'm just better at reading this stuff now. Anyway, this attack, left and right streaming stuff. You don't have to do it unfocused, you don't have to do it diagonally, but you can if you want. It's entirely dependent on what you want to do. Just make sure that you are paying enough attention and you just stream it across like that. It's pretty simple. Fourth one, I don't capture this one very often, but I know how to do it. It is, once again, just basically streaming, but I get rammed by the needles quite a bit, or I ram into the needles quite a bit. That's what I really should say here. Like that, yeah. Because I needed to restream it across because I didn't leave myself enough time for it, and I just messed up a bit. Too bad, too bad. I will still get in before night stops, so that's good. This last one, I think it's actually static. It might not be static at the final wave, and man, I just massively failed it there. But yeah, it's static up until then. I just have never bothered to learn it. But that's okay. Because, you know, we still cleared it with 5 spare lives, despite failing in stage 4. That was kind of annoying. But yeah, we still cleared it with a fair few lives. We have just over 9,000 crays during the run. And we didn't beat our high score from yesterday. But that is okay. Yeah, that was pretty good. Pretty good indeed. Also, random spoiler text. Spoilers, patches in the ending. Yeah, so I guess a quick recap as to how that one went. Stage 1 obviously was fine. Stage 2 I death bombed the first spell and bombed the second non-spell, so that wasn't too good. 1 death bomb is usually what I would want from that. Stage 3 was alright, there was a couple of stupid bombs in there, but overall I can't complain too much at it. I think I died during the second non-spell though, so that was kind of annoying. Both stage 2 and stage 3 I won missed yesterday, so yeah. Stage 4 was a bit of a disaster, but that's okay. It just shows how it can go wrong sometimes, even when you know what to do. So... Also, Ami, come on, at least I did say something like that, jeez. Stage 5, the stage portion went terrible. I died like twice against Tewi, but I did a perfect raisin, so that makes up for it. And then stage 6, I didn't die on, so good stuff. Yep, I'm very happy with that run, even though I didn't do as much in terms of life resource stuff. I didn't have as much for Kaguya as I had yesterday. I still did a very good run there. So yeah, very happy with that. There's an LP prospect, that is for sure. So let's see then. Let's just gauge how many spells we actually did capture here. 26, that is not bad. I think there's... I don't know how many there are in total actually. I think there's like 38 or some stupid shit. No, that would be too many because I captured quite a few in the end. Let's see. I captured all from the first stage. There was 4 in there. I missed 2 spells out of 5 in stage 2. I missed, I think, 2 spells out of... Did I miss 2 spells? No, I captured all of Kiene's one. So I missed only 1 spell, the last spell, in stage 3. I missed 2 spells in stage 4. The Fader and the Blink, I guess. I failed Telemesmerism, and then I failed... I'd like to say 5 from... Yes, 5 from Kaguya, because I missed the first 2 spells and then 2 from the last... No, 3 from the last spells. That's not too bad, to be honest. Not too bad at all. Yeah, happy with that. I think I will save a replay of this though, because this is a new thing. I saved the one from yesterday too, but I think I will save it just because it's an LP run, so why not? So, that was Imperishable Night. And I guess that's it from this particular video thing. So, this has been GamerCow playing Touhou 8 Imperishable Night. Hope you enjoyed the run, and join us next time for something else. I don't really plan on doing Eren and that because I just don't like playing them. I'll be completely honest, I really don't like playing Eren and I don't like playing Marissa much more, so I'm not going to be doing that. Unfortunately for some, maybe. I might do it later, but I'm not focusing on that at the moment because I haven't played them in too long. It would suck so badly and I don't want to go with that right now. So yeah, I guess for now, that's it. So see you later for another run, maybe.